going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. Please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, those books are mandatory because they show you how the world really works. And in the times that we're in right now, we definitely need to know how the world works.
Much love
to those who purchased the Three Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. And remember, the New World Order cryptos are in my Patreon. Plus, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events. And that is so important because, guys, we are getting close to that main event. And then also, much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. And guys, we see cryptos and the stock market taking a hit. And we have Morgan Stanley says crypto market is weakening as central banks look to tighten. And we know the Fed pumped cryptos and stocks. And we know where we're headed down so they can build that fourth industrial revolution. And what do we see, guys, rising? Yields. Guys, the only thing you have to do is pay attention to the actual indicators because it's the fundamentals. It's not going to change. That's like if you look at commodities. It's not going to change. The only thing that's pumping right now is energy. And I went over that on my stock channel. Guys, stick with the fundamentals. Make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. You have volume, you have Tether, you have USDC, plus we have the Fed. We know they're going to be meeting on the 25th and 26th. We need to know the guidance, and they meet again in March. And when I say there's going to be a main event this year, a lot of people asking, how does he know there's going to be a main event? And then I went over Shemitah. Now the light bulb has went off. So guys, you have to pay attention to history because history is going to show you what's going to happen in the future. Because the New World Order has it all planned out. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale. The Grayscale, well, of course, they've been silent. The reason why, because they've been moving lockstep with the Fed. And the Fed is definitely allowing air to come out that bubble. Of course, guys, we're still going to have pumps and dumps in certain stocks. But the fact is they have to let some of this air out the bubble. And we definitely need to see what they're going to do with this actual balance sheet. They got to start rolling off this balance sheet and the guidance on when they're going to raise rates. That first 25 basis points is going to be so important. Now we have Binance first ever auto burns 1.6 BNB. And guys, if you're burning tokens going into a bear market, that's going to help you maintain some of your price. Remember supply and demand, even though we know the Fed is controlling all crypto. Now guys, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Soros and Winklevoss invest in NFT creator. Animoca now valued at $5 billion. The company's portfolio include Axie Infinity, Dapper Labs, the NBA Top Shots, OpenSea, and then also they own a majority stake in metaverse game The Sandbox. Now we have BitMEX execs reveal EU expansion with the purchase of one of the oldest German banks. And guys, we haven't heard from BitMEX once they ran everybody out of there. Remember, I used to talk about BitMEX almost every single video. Now we have Brazilian asset manager Hashdex to launch a DeFi ETF. 12 of the major DeFi tokens will launch on the Brazilian stock exchange. And what did Brian Brooks state? DeFi is the new banking, but we know private companies are not going to be allowed to take over banking. We know the central banks are funding all of this DeFi. All you have to do is follow the money. And we have Coinbase making it easier to buy NFTs. We have Coinbase partners with MasterCard to let users buy NFTs via card. And we know once they simplify all this technology, that's when they're going to flip the switch. Now we have Mercedes partners with NFT artists to celebrate G-Class series. And then also we have the Korean BitHub exchange to launch an NFT marketplace. And lastly, we have Visa joins MasterCard to test the central bank digital currencies with cards and wallets. So guys, with all these distractions going on, we know the major tests are happening. We know the Fed is going to still control this whole system, but still promote that Bitcoin is going to give you freedom. It's us versus them, while the central banks are planning to take total control. The fall of America to Babylon and the rise of China, which is that digital yuan, which will be backed by that digital SDR. I wrote about it a long time ago, guys, because remember, when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, if you're new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, and not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The Cryptoteacher stock channel, Cryptoteacher stocks. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming, while everybody's sitting at home, got their own stocks, the C word, the biotech stocks, and while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day.
Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those 3 together, and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
Well, let me introduce you to Servi. Now, check this out. She is a robot that has been helping here the folks at Rachel's Kitchen for the last couple of weeks. And let me tell you, she is amazing. She's helping out serving customers, taking their food, and she even talks. So as you can imagine, she has been a great asset here to the team, a big relief for this business as they really try to keep up with demand.
Most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Tam goes China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.